Welcome back to Mayor's Minute on Castanet.net. I'm Dustin Godfrey, and as usual, I'm joined by Mayor Andrew Jacobite. Welcome.
Thank you.
Affordable housing is looking like it's going to be a fairly important issue in this upcoming election. It's been quite a bit of an issue in Penticton as well. Recently, a report has called for 200 more units of affordable housing in the city. But I mean, have you had any chance to speak with the candidates at all about what they might bring to the table in terms of affordable housing for the city?
No, as a councillor or even me, generally talking to the candidates on what their platform issues are on certain subjects, I haven't had that chance yet. Of course, the process is just sort of fully starting. It's in full swing now, but we had a housing needs assessment done, and I think last week or 2 weeks ago it was presented to a committee, and it's kind of looking at Penticton with its growth at under 1%, that we're probably going to have, I think, 266 homes per year required, and about half of that is for a population 65 or older. I think 40% is 15 to 65, and then young children are under that. So it's a broad mix of demographics that are looking for housing. And, you know, over the last year or so, you know, councils, I think we've approved over 250 new apartments that are coming online to help with the affordability, because as these new units come online, because there's been such demand, the older units are going to come down in price, so that makes it a bit more affordable. BC Housing, over the next couple of months, is going to be coming to the city with a couple of other projects. One is Housing in Place, that they're going to do some renovations to house, and that's going to help deal with homeless or people below the poverty line. And then there's another project will be new construction that's going to be helping with the young families and the working poor, and hopefully that comes to fruition the next few months. Construction start later this year.
Sure, and I mean, you kind of touched on something there that like it can be a little bit confusing, like affordability in housing versus affordable housing, right? You know, like you said, there are some projects kind of going on. There's the Fairhaven, which just opened up over the fall. Project on Brunswick Avenue, which you, I think, said last week was hoping to be breaking ground fairly soon. But I mean, 200 units is quite a fair number. What is kind of what are the challenges of bringing that number of units to the city?
Well, you know, those are what you're referring to as sort of non-market housing, so they're below what the market would charge. So someone at the end of the day has to subsidize that, and that's usually where BC Housing comes in. You referenced some partnerships where the city sort of donated the land, and BC Housing provided the funding to build that, and then there's usually a nonprofit that operates it. And so that's one segment of it. You also want market-driven housing and the market to sort of help solve and deal with homelessness and affordability. And you know, I think it's a little bit of a shift in the mindset. Some people, you know, their dream home has to be 3,000 square feet. Well, maybe 1,500 square feet is more a realistic size. And we approved last week on Front Street some not quite micro suite, like 500 to 600 square foot apartments. So smaller footprint, and you know, we're seeing how the uptake is going to be with the public, and that's, I think, as we start shifting our mindsets on what we require, that's also going to help bring things into being a bit more affordable for people, and having a good selection of product mixes for people, and having a healthy inventory for people, because right now the market's tight, there's not many rentals, there's not a lot of units on the market, and so prices are high. And once you even out the supply, then the demand isn't as fierce, and that should also help with the affordability. But it's not as simple as it sounds, and of course the municipality, a lot of people will look at the municipality for answers to issues that are really federal or provincial, and I think people forget that 8 cents of every tax dollar it goes to municipal level. The other 92 are between the province and the federal government. So I'm sure that'll be an election topic, this provincial election, affordable housing, and how else can you make it more affordable for the average British Columbian.
Yeah, thank you. That's been another week of Mayor's Minute on Castanet.net. If you've got thoughts on this topic, you can send us a letter to the editor to letters@castanet.net. If you've got a topic you'd like to put to the mayor, you can send it straight to me at godfrey@castanet.net. For Castanet News, I'm Dustin Godfrey, and thanks again to Mayor Andrew Jacobite.